Good evening, and welcome to Blue Dream Love and Wellness. I'm Cynthia. This project was started last month, not just to teach you about the vibrational energy of your body, but so many people, men and women, asked that I start this support group because so many people in their lives now do not feel the support or the unconditional love that they so deserve. And each and every one of us do deserve unconditional love and support, even if it's from ourselves, from the divine, if we have friends and family that literally lift us up and support us. But remember, that's a two-way street. We need to celebrate in the love and supporting of others, and we also need to be supported. One thing that is lacking in many people is the gratitude for just being alive. I know this is a harsh and cruel world, but we really need to allow ourselves to open up that gratefulness. Remember, the more grateful we are, the higher vibration our bodies flow at. Does everybody agree with that?
Mhm. Absolutely.
Okay, beautiful. Hi, Dr. Alicia. Okay, so I'm going to touch on a few things. If you want to talk, please don't hesitate. There's a little hand raiser in the bottom if you would like, or just let me know that you would like to say something. Um, we need to actually feel more love in this world and to bring in greater love just for ourselves. I hear from clients around the world how much they dislike and hate themselves. We project that energy. That's exactly what you're going to get back in the face. Period. Does everybody agree with that? Yes.
Absolutely.
Dr. Alicia, please.
I am sitting here almost in tears.
Oh,
You have no idea what absolute confirmation the few words that you have spoken are. As I told you, I'm getting ready to speak tonight at 8,
oh,
and I am teaching on God in man.
beautiful.
And
There's a lot to be learned, is there not?
oh my goodness. And so I just finished doing a 6-part series on gratitude and how we are paying all of these priests and priestesses to do all of these spells. And we
Oh,
don't understand that we are completely repelling all of the energy that could be used for our good, because what makes us magnetic is gratitude. You and I have
absolutely.
not talked, and here you are in 2 minutes. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? I have been trying to get to you all because I went through COVID in the hospital and all of that
Right.
madness. And you continue to be consistent. You kept sending beautiful, beautiful everything's every week. And you don't know how that helped in my healing. And so now, I don't even take for granted. I never realized how much oxygen it takes to stand up and brush your teeth.
Oh, absolutely. It surely does. We have to stop and think within the Bible itself, and I don't judge, that's not my
Sure,
business.
sure.
We have to stop and think about in Corinthians, 1 Corinthians chapter 13, how beautiful that verse is. My husband and I read that verse every morning, and we need to just allow that peace and harmony to come into us. And if everybody or anybody is an Elvis fan, and
Yes.
God knows
Yes.
I
Yes.
am.
Yes. Yes.
Um, there are 66 songs that he has written and sang about love. Now, when
Mm.
we talk about love, we also need to honor the grief that we carry because we do have grief in our lives. And that is a struggle for many of us several times over, whether it's past lives, womb therapy, inner child therapy, or as we grow in our lives and what we go through. So we need to maximize that beautiful heart awareness and bring that grace into it, whether it's by music, whether
Mhm.
it's by art, because the Lord knows art speaks to our soul,
Yes.
whether it's
Yes.
by
Yes.
language, or whether
Yes.
it's by, and most people don't realize, the beautiful guides that we have, that
Yes.
each
Yes.
soul has to move us forward in life. And remember, Mother Earth will come
Mhm.
at you and she will show you the
Mm.
grace. She will show you hearts, even where you don't expect it. She will
Mm.
just grace you with that.
Mm.
So we need to let this grow and stop stressing so much because we stress so
Yes.
much.
Yes.
And
Yes.
we need to stop, we need to look,
Mhm.
and we need to listen because our body talks to us.
Mhm.
But so many times in life, we are so doggone busy. We are just unbelievable. We don't stop and say,
Yes.
hey, what is going on here? What is this energy saying to me? Do y'all do that? Do y'all just sometimes not stop and not listen per se? Let's say you have a pain in your body. Okay. What if you were to touch on this pain and it comes right back to you? What's going on in your life? What's going on in your heart? What's going on in your soul? There's so many ways to read this beautiful, beautiful energy. So I'm going to teach you a few little techniques and a couple of little things and see what you think. Donna, how may I help you?
No, no, I don't have my hand up.
Oh, okay. It
It's
shows it here. So if you want to
I
go in
know,
and
I know.
drop, that's.
I apologize. I don't
Oh,
know how to
no,
remove
that's
it.
cool. You're
Sorry.
cool. Oh, it's my Donna. Hey, Donna.
Hi, I'm here. Hi.
Sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
Okay.
You're fine.
So remember that this heart vibrates so beautiful, does it not? Okay. So I just want to show you, y'all know about crystals and stones, do you not? If you
Yes.
don't, come at me, we'll talk about them and we'll learn. So this is just a little one, and rose quartz works beautiful for our heart center. Now we can take this. You always want to sage, you want to dedicate it in your right, put it out with your left. But remember, we can take this crystal in front of our heart. We can take it and go backwards all the way out to our aura, spin it right to come back. And you can do that several times. And you can literally feel the vibrational energy that is there for you. Remember, our heart chakra is such a beautiful piece, and we need to offer that forgiveness, that self love, everything that's within us. So let's learn just a couple techniques. I don't want to keep y'all long. I know this is difficult for people to understand. There are so many techniques that we can utilize. Remember, our hands are magnets, are they not? So when we learn about techniques, one of the things we need to do to get our body vibrating and to be able to feel this energy ripple into us is you want to massage them. You want to get that energy going, and you will see your hands will turn bright red, but you want to shake the stale energy off. So if everybody wants to do that with me, I'm going to teach you a few techniques to bring in that love. So the first thing we do when we start everything, and we can do this many times a day, sometimes I'm up to 30 times because energy flies so high. Underneath, if you can feel on your eyeballs, you've got a little notch right here, right in the center of your eye. Bring it down right here to where your cheekbones are. This is your stomach meridian. Tap it. And I don't tap softly. You could probably hear it next door sometimes when I tap. Now, this allows that vibrational energy to balance that belly, right? Now, come down. Oops, just got it. Just a second. Come down. Your collarbones come together right here, right? Can you feel those big bumps? Allow that to come right down. It's maybe an inch. Some people are an inch and a half. And there is an indentation. Does anybody feel that?
Yeah.
And is it painful?
Yes.
Okay, if that is painful, whether it is or not, you need to tap it. This is the 27th marker on your kidney meridian. It gives us beautiful energy. Oh, I love doing this. The more you learn techniques and utilize your hands and utilize this energy, the more your body will vibrate back at you. And when you do these points, because I used to tell Donna Eden, there is no way this is going to work. This is so simple. This just can't be. But Lord have mercy, when I tap, you can feel it vibrating. The energy flows into you. So from here, go straight down in a V, right above. Can you feel that pain right here? Can you feel that lump right above your sternum? This is our thymus gland. Even when we are young, it is fully functional. And as we get older, it is covered with a little bit of fat tissue. So we need to thump that baby. Our thymus gland puts out beautiful T cells that eat bacteria and cause that ripple effect. Now, the fourth spot is you to come from your nipples, come over all the way underneath your arms. Now, mine are very sore because I've had a lot of spleen work done. You can tap this, and I do it at least 20 times when I'm doing my business. You can go in and you can do figure eights because the figure eight is an infinity sign, right? It changes the energy of this beautiful blessing. Okay. Anybody got questions on that one?
No.
Cool beans. Now, our heart meridian comes from underneath our armpit, underneath the inside part of our body, our arm, and comes out to this pinky ring. Okay. When you do this 3 times, I want you to come out here and I want you to do this to your pinky. Get that heart stimulated. Allow that grace to flow for you. And you can do this on both sides. Sometimes you will find me just sitting here doing this just to get my heart stimulated because of health reasons. So once you do this, underneath your pinky ring and right here where the crease of your arm is, here is a heart point on the meridian wheel. Now, mine have been very sore, and if I overutilize it, it gets even sorer. So allow yourself to come down to this point and massage it. You can buzz it, you can figure eight it, whatever your heart desires. But Lord, You can tell. Then when you're done with this, now I want you to do these in concession. We can also come in. I'm sure y'all have not heard of the 9 hearts, but again, there's such beautiful energy out there. We need to invoke it on ourselves. So 9 hearts, and you want to go slow, and sometimes I go a little too fast. You can do it to the total body. You can do it just to your legs. You can do it just to your chest and your abdomen and be grateful for what all these organs and glands do for you. But when you do it on your lovely face, you start at the bridge, you come up, you come around, and you go down. And why you are doing this, you state, I love myself. I am supported by myself. I am enough. I am worthy. I am well. I am a warrior. I'm just a beautiful soul. And you know what? Your body, once you start doing, and you can do this anytime, once you do this energy, your body will start believing you because we have at times a really hard time to believe ourselves because we got these negative voices going on. And sometimes we flat out listen to them, do we not? But what if, when you have these negative voices, you bring in 3 positive, beautiful sentences, affirmations, blessings for your soul? Remember, we're just not subconscious people. We're unconscious, super subconscious, conscious, our soul level, our spirit, our physical, our emotional, our mental. Remember, we need to work with each one of these levels. And I know y'all still see me doing this all the time. When we move our fingers, more energy moves instead of just keeping your hands like this. Now, with our bodies, because of trauma, because of life, because of EMF, all the stuff in life, our energies don't cross. So what that means is that the right's not talking to the left and the left's not talking to the right. Now, I know y'all know about grounding and about lifting your shields up, but when we use the middle finger, this is circulation 6. And remember, bladder, gallbladder, remember kidneys, triple warmers, stomach. You start at the bridge of your nose and you go wide and you go slow. Now, there's 3 or 4 other techniques to actually allow yourself to cross your energies, but this is one that, boom, and they're crossed. And sometimes because we don't believe it ourselves or because our subconscious doesn't believe it, you want to do it 3 times, but you need to breathe. You need to give yourself a break. And just as you're doing it, just envision your body crossing because we want it to go across that corpus callosum. And when it's not going across, we're not talking. The next thing you want to do, because you want to hook your upper and lower body up, correct? So now I can never put my middle finger in my belly button. My belly button's very touchy. So I go right below my belly button, and you want to go in your third eye. You want to push in and pull up. This hooks the upper and lower body up. And when your body gets used to these energies, you will yawn. And when you do energy clearing, you will yawn at times because it's your body just expressing and leaving these negative energies away from you. And we just need to allow that to grace us. There's so many things we could do, we could talk on, but here's another little tidbit. I have thousands of these. So I always tell you about this part right here, right? Because you want to clear each step in between. And this spot, when you do this in between your fourth and fifth fingers and you tap it, you can put it on your heart. But when you tap it, your nervous system will go whoosh and it will slow down. But for this, I want you to go here. When you can see back here on the back of your hand, you can look at it. You'll see it flakes out here, right? It goes here and then it separates. This is another part for your heart. So you put your hand on your heart and you tap. I use all three fingers because I want to hit both points. And you want to tap on it 10 times. Take a breath. Come to the other side because when you work on one side, you got to work on the other side. You come back and you do it 10 times on this side. Just let that energy flow. And you go back and you go back. And then at times, because we've got such energy within us, our main neurovascular point runs across our forehead. You know how at times you're sitting there, you're worried, you're concerned, and you've got your hand like this? Wow, isn't that wonderful that God already knew those main neurovascular points need energy? So you would literally, now you don't have to have your hands on your head if you don't want to. You can hold it out in your field, but you want to go here, and then you want to put your other hand, which is your Roman hand, back here on your cerebellum. Now, when we get flustered, when we get upset, when things happen, the blood flow from this beautiful area goes whick, and it goes to the back of your brain and it goes to the primitive mind. Your primitive mind can't think, and only a couple systems can function and not fully. So when you go here and come back here to that cerebellum, breathe. And I mean, not just a little shallow, I mean, breathe. Take in a huge belly breath. Hold it because you want to tickle the mitochondria. You want to say, hey, wake up. And you want to go, and you want to do it 3 times. Now, you can also, because our body works so magnificently, you can put your hand here and go back to this point, and you can verbalize the frustrations, the pain, the agony, the unsupport, everything you're feeling, and let it come out through these areas. You would not believe the change within your brain. Now, we also, when we hold certain points across this area, these are also elements. Has everybody heard of elements? Wood, water, metal, fire, earth. So we hold here, and remember our pineal gland is right here. Not literally, but you know what I mean. You can hold here and do the same thing and breathe. You can go on top of your head where that beautiful crown chakra is, and this is metal. Excuse me, this bronchitis. You can hold this metal point, and man, I tell you what, that crown has so much energy to release because we hold it all in there. And remember, that crown is where our soft spot is. And we can release womb imbalances through this area. Now, remember, our triple warmers are right here on the side of our eyes. And at times, when we get stuck in a loop, as we all do. We just seem to spin the same wheel time after time. So we need to shut that triple warmer up. We need to sedate it. We need to tonify it, for it listens to our bodies, what we truly desire, and not run in a loop. So we would take our thumb, our middle finger, we would hold and hold. Again, the deep breathing. And then remember these stomach points. This is the last one, and you can hold here. And when I do this, I can feel the fluctuation on my face. Now remember, our stomach and our brain are connected through the vagus nerve, CN10. And many times, nausea, upset tummy, etc., etc. I could sit here for some time and tell you symptoms. But when we literally come back in, everybody's got hollows right behind their ears, correct? Can you feel the hollows behind your ears? Middle finger again, back here, rest it down, because this is a lot of people sit like this and study and think. Well, Lord have mercy, did we know that's our vagus nerve point? And we can just balance that beautiful energy. Now, I literally, when I do this, I put my pinkies on that stomach point, and you just breathe. So many times we get upset stomach, we get anxiety, and our stomach flips and flops, and we can't get it to balance. Taking synthetic drugs and popping a pill in your mouth is not the answer. At times it is needed, but it's not the answer. We can literally bless our own selves very wonderfully by just doing simple little techniques. Does that sound kind of silly to you? Yes, no, maybe?
Now, this is amazing.
Oh, God bless you, Dr. Alicia. Thank you. Now, another thing we can do, have you ever heard of a zipping up your energy? Our energies can fly and other people's energies can come into us, correct? Sometimes just by walking by them, it's like, whew, we've got them. So we can go from our root chakra and we can go up this central meridian. I do it 3 times every time I do it, and I do it several times a day. And I want you to literally visionary lock a key, toss it. And at the bottom of our tailbone, where it starts forming, we can come up with one hand, meet it with the other, come across, come to our upper lip, lock that key, toss it. Our central and governing meridians hook up in the roof and the back of our mouth. And if we are locked up, we are grounded within love, peace, and honor. Lord, we are coming at you beautifully, supportively, and allow that grace to come into yourself. Does that make sense? Do you have a question about that? If you do, please do not ever, ever hesitate to ask a question. Some people tell me that they don't like to ask questions because they seem silly or not knowledgeable about it. But if we don't ask questions, how are we going to learn just a little bit better and a little more graceful within our lives? Does that make sense? Drop in the chat if you'd like to, whatever. Unmute yourselves. Don't hesitate to ask. Now, as we're sitting here, I don't know how many of you know about the AO scanner, but what I am running for our group tonight is the frequency of the lack of confidence to get the support and the unconditional love that we so require in our life. And this beautiful flower, and this is a flower essence, there's so much on the AO scanner, but this is what this states: unable to effectively communicate your real feelings and worries. And how difficult is that at times to connect to that, to be able to state that, to be able to allow yourself to communicate. It often, we put a mask on, we're in the shadows, we hide our actual feelings behind humor because it's easier to laugh instead of feeling our feelings and cry. But let me tell you what, a good cry does you really, really good, and the energy goes whoosh. I'm a blessing. And people that feel that lack of confidence turn to alcohol and drugs because what does that give you? Wow, confidence, right? So you think, but does it really? But this is what this represents tonight for y'all. So I want you to put your hands on your heart chakra. And let's just do a little vision, and then I'm going to show you something else. When we, God grace me, don't have the ability to have the support and confidence within ourselves, that heart can fall into a million pieces. We can have our spirit tore. We can have heartbreak, and our heart is not physically broken into 1,000 pieces, but it energetically can. So if you would please put your hands on your heart chakra and just close your eyes for a minute. Now remember, we all have a beautiful divine intelligence within us. So this is what I want you to call into yourself tonight. Divine healing intelligence. Please. We always want to say please. Encircle me with your rays of gentle, beautiful, supporting, uplifting golden light. Just allow it to radiate through your hands, through your fingers. Let it come into that heart and into that soul. Allow me to infuse the compassion, the understanding, kindness, and wisdom I so greatly need. Help me to become considerate, thoughtful, and forgiving. Transfer any injustice that I feel or jealousy within my life into the encouragement and the grace to bring happiness to my life and to others. Allow good fortune to bless me from the tip of my toes to the top of my head, and let it spill out over my body. Just allow it to ingratiate your soul. As I become more thankful, allow the peace and the harmony to guide across me. And in your total love, we do grace ourselves with this and just allow the magnificent beauty of the divine to just come in and bless you from the outside in and the inside out. Now, if you feel some stuck energy within there, that's kind of normal. So you can, while your hands are here, you can say clear, clear, clear. And until you feel a shift, and you will feel a shift, you need to please focus the beautiful attention and support for yourself, because sometimes we don't get it from the outer world and we're dragging boo honey to be able to get what we actually need and require. I want you to concentrate. Sorry, it's on the beauty that's all around you. Concentrate on being happy. I know. At times it is so flippin' hard to do that. But the more you do it, the more your body's going to go, whoa, wait a minute. They care about me. I'm going to answer back. And it will support you a little bit better. So the happier you can be within yourself, the more grace and happiness you spread to others, right? So many times on the street, in life, people have their heads down and now they have them in these flipping phones. Mm-mm. Look up, look around, meet people's eyes, smile, always. And silly me, because I do it way too often and people just look at me. I will tell them, even if I don't care how you look, A to Z, compliment them, bless them. Hey man, your hair looks awesome. Lord, you have beautiful eyes. I love your shirt, love your shoes, love this, love this. Just bring it forward. We do not know what anybody's lives are. We can assume because we all judge. We're all capable of that. Like this. We shouldn't be doing that, even though we need to work with our energies to not do this. We don't know if that person's going home to commit suicide, to get liquored by themselves, for they can pass out, for they can sleep. If they're going to go home and do drugs of unspeakable kinds and hurt themselves. I know many of us do things that just make us numb, but don't we want to feel? Don't we want to ingratiate love to ourselves and to others? And wouldn't that make it such a much more beautiful world for us to live in? Yes or no? What do you think? Yeah? We can hurt ourselves so much by our negative and rotten talk that we do to each other. But if we look at everybody as a success, not only will they be a success, but so will you. Will you not? You can affirm to yourself 1,000 times over. I don't know how many of you journal. A lot of people don't like mirror work because they don't look up like looking in their own eyes. That's okay. I understand that. It took me years to be able to look in my own eyes from the trauma that I suffered. But when you journal it out, and I mean free ride, just to go for it, let that energy escape your body and just breathe, 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 breathe. We shallow breathe so much. Deep breaths are the way the oxygen spreads across our body. And that's what we need more of. Just infuse yourself with the loving kindness that you need. Now, love itself, and I don't know if I already said this, I'm sorry, vibrates between 520 and 870, excuse me, hertz. Y'all can find music, frequencies from the scanner, and many other beautiful things to raise that vibration within yourself. We may have to listen to it 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. You could listen to it all flipping day if you like. And there's that word again. We need to honor ourselves in ways that we've never honored ourselves before. Some people have it down pat, but so many people struggle. Please reach out. Allow yourself the grace of the divine and just allow yourself to breathe in the beauty. Oh, God bless you, Amy. God bless you. Thank you. Here's just one last thing. I know that one thing, you're so welcome, Alicia. We can work on our boundaries. Boundaries can get pushed in a heartbeat. Boom, and it's gone, and you're exploding, you're upset, you're just past your point. It can be very overwhelming. But we really need to work on those boundaries. But here's a little thing that Dr. Jeff taught me in class a coon's age ago, and Donna reiterated it. And at first I thought, this is so silly. But we can put on our rose-colored glasses anytime and look through a different lens, a lens of love, a lens of peace. But we all know what roses are. We all know that roses have thorns. These thorns can be utilized as a boundary button. But I want you to think of any rose you like, rich, full, ecstatic, no matter what color, it doesn't matter. But I want you to come, thumbs to your heart center, pyramid it. Breathe. And I want you to imagine this beautiful, beautiful rose. And I want you to imagine its petals. And when this rose opens, it is such a beautiful aroma. It is such a beautiful grace. But what we can do, hands here, and I want you to imagine, let me come out a little bit, that your heart center is the center of that rose. Now, when you go up, all the way to your aura, baby, and all the way around, I want you to imagine this rose surrounding your field. You can do it all the way around everywhere. And these petals, because when I do it, I envision these petals come across and just allow that grace to come to you. And while you're doing it, my favorite is a yellow rose because of my dear grandma. And I can smell that rose. I can see the beauty of that rose, and it protects me even more. So allow that protection to come to you. We deserve that. Do we not? Yes. Okay. It's really hard when nobody's faces are on to see how everybody is. So I want you to feel that safety. I don't want to push any further because I know at times I can be a wee bit much. But I want you to look for the love in the world around you. I want you to go to the window and look at the beauty the world has and what it offers. You feel the love that is meant for you. Feel it, taste it, take it in, and just cherish it. Build your friendships, the right friendships. Call them in. Sorry. And allow forgiveness of yourself, the situation you're in, and everybody around you. So you sorry, it's so you can feel a love for yourself because God knows He doesn't want you to hate yourself. He doesn't want you to hate your situation. He wants you to look for the beauty in each and every situation and celebrate those small little wins, no matter how small they are. It's a win. It's a yes. It's love. Unconditional love. Please, please allow yourself to feel that. I love you and I'm here for you. Don't ever stop thinking that you're not cared about in this world because it's much larger than us in our little bitty squares. Please just know how precious and beautiful you truly are because you are. You may not be able to see the beauty that is within you, but when I look at you, I see forward in your life. I see the beauty that you are and you represent. So allow others to see that beauty, pull that mask back, and allow it to unfold in the grace of yourself. Can you do that? Is that cool? If you would like, I'd like you to turn on your cameras for we can just do a little prayer, for we can close, for I can let you go. Heavenly Father, we thank you for those that are here to celebrate your love, your kindness, and your grace. Allow yourself to feel the beauty that I have to offer. Allow yourselves to see the beauty that I see. God loves you every second of every day. And allow yourself to just come forth At times, sorry, I have to listen to what he says. He says, at times, he knows this road is rough, but all you have to do is tune in, and he's going to answer you. Allow him to do that for you. Can you do that? Thank you, Lord. And in his name, and only is his name, are we blessed. All right. I thank you for being here with me tonight and for allowing the grace to come to you. I will be sharing this on YouTube. Won't be today, won't be tomorrow, but it will be up, and I will send you all the recording or the link to the recording for you can go in and watch it if you missed any of it. Amy, it's so beautiful to see you here. Your pink looks gorgeous on you. God bless you. And I will let you go for tonight. If you have questions and you don't want to talk here, that's cool. A lot of people get really nervous coming on. But if you do, reach out. I'll be here for you anytime that I can, 24/7, because it is my honor to serve you as he humbly asked me to do. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.